Dear students, you are welcome back to the e-learning platform of KTGM College. As we are discussing the prose called The Gift of the Magi, and in our previous videos we have discussed about the author, then about the essay, biblical allusions used in The Gift of the Magi, the meaning of the title, and about the essay. And the story of the gift of the Magi. We know that the giving of Della and Jim compared to the Magi, and there is a difference between $8 a week and $1 million a year, as Jim stresses the importance of the money. Then we also saw that the story opens on the eve of Christmas, and the troubles which Della and Jim has to face in order to meet the requirements for the gift. Then we come to know that though the beauty is out, still love is there. It means that there is an incomparable love between the two, I mean Jim and Della. After watching or after thinking about this couple, we come to know that these were the really supreme lover on this planet. And we stopped that when Jim gives the packages to Della to open, then she screams with joy, and then she cries hysterically. It means that she comes to know that it's an irony of destiny. When she had hair, then she had no combs, no fragrance, as well as no scented oil. As today she has no hair, but the destiny brought, the luck brought everything but the disappearance of the hair. It means that we also can consider the arrival of the cosmetics in her life. It is at the cost of the departure of her hair. And she looks at the gifts and she says that it's a beautiful set of expensive combs that she had looked at longingly in a shop window. She holds them and tells Jim that her hair grows fast. Jim, you don't worry about my hair, though I have sold out my hairs for the sake of your Christmas gifts. It means that it will not grow, but I assure you, very fast my hair will grow. Realizing Jim hasn't seen his present yet, she hands it to him. She asks for his watch so they can see how it looks. And now it's a turn of Della to give the gift to Jim, and she also gives the gift to hands over the gift to the Jim. Jim sits on the couch instead and says they should put their present away for a while. This is very sympathetic as well as a hair-raising situation takes place between the couple. One has sacrificed one's most important part of the body. Dear students, you just imagine that how a woman can look without her hair. She will look like a ghost, very scary. And the hair, it is not less than any ornament for a woman, but she sacrifices only for the sake of her man. It means her man's love. On the other hand, the gift which Jim received from his grandparent to his father and from from his father to him. He also preserved for so many years, but under the pressure of the situation, financial constraint, in other words, we can say that for the sake of love, he also sells that precious gift out only for Della. And now he thinks that what two precious possessions they had, both are now gone away. It means both are absent from the flat as well as from their life. Then she becomes disappointed and sits on the couch holding his head and putting his head into the in the sneeze, and he says that now what has happened, forget it. And he says that as she sold her hair, he also sold his watch to buy the combs. The narrator ends by the comparing their gifts to the gifts of the wise men to the babe in the manger. It means O. Henry tries to tell about their pure thinking for each other. The writer tries to indicate that how they can satisfy and how their love is really praiseworthy. It means that they are the real sacrificer, and whatever we have seen in the Magi, as Magis were there to give the Jesus, then it cannot be counted what gifts they have gifted, but the intention, the love and the feeling is important. And O. Henry tries to say that they are the really wisest of all, because they have sacrificed only for the sake of their true love. In the dear students, in this way we have seen the story of the gift of the Magi, and now the next section we have to talk about, and that is theme. Dear friends, we have theme of unselfish love, and second one is poverty, and let's see how unselfish love and theme of poverty are delineated as well as used by O. Henry in the story. The first theme is unselfish love. The overwhelming feeling from the story, amplified by the surprise ending, is of the young people's unselfish love for each other. This is introduced immediately when we are told that Della had been saving for months for Jim's gift. Her desire was strong enough to push through the embarrassment of shaving a penny or two of her vegetables and butcher's bill. Knowing she doesn't have enough to get a nice present for Jim makes Della cry, because she has been burdened by the poverty. She wants something fine and rare and sterling, something just a little bit near to being worthy of the honor of being owned by Jim. Clearly, she holds her husband in high esteem and wants to express her love to him. Della lacks fine material things, as they suffer the chill penury. It means the poverty. Her hair is her prized possession, as we discussed. So it is a considerable sacrifice to give it up. It is beyond the imagination that how a woman can sacrifice her hair for the sake of purchasing something, but she did here. We saw how difficult it was for her when before leaving her flat, because she is going to sacrifice something which is connected to her physicality. as well as to her beauty, but she made up her mind to sell it her out, and she faltered for a minute and stood still while a tear or two fell to the carpet. Her concern is twofold. She will be losing her prized possession, first one is, and second one is that she doesn't know if Jim will like the change. She was torn into the conflict. It is also noteworthy that Della didn't think of selling her hair until the day before Christmas. She would have known before this that she wouldn't have enough money, and that's why we also saw that she counts twice, thrice, but the amount is the same. But selling her hair doesn't occur to her until the urgency is at its peak. Now she thinks that to which thing should be given a priority. One is a hair and second one is a Christmas gift. Then she gives a priority to the Christmas gift because she wants to make her spouse happy on the Christmas Eve. This is obviously a last resort idea. Up until Jim enters the story, we are left wondering if this tender feeling is one-sided. But after that, we realize that the feeling is not one-sided but two-sided. When he snapped out of his confusion, he gave Della a long hug. He told her that no change to her hair would change his feelings for her because his love is not physical love, but his love is a spiritual love. They are emotionally attached, mentally attached, and that's why the physical appearance will not affect their love. When his gift is revealed, expensive combs that his wives had admired, we know that he had a similar desire to get his wife a worthy present. What is more, he tells us he noticed that she wanted them. He paid attention to her and wanted to please her. Jim's selflessness is heightened by the fact that she needs a new overcoat and gloves. When it is revealed that he had to sell his prized possession to buy them, we know that his love is as unselfish as his wife's. It means both are sacrificing their loved things. When the twist of the ending hits us, it is hard not to be touched by the unselfish love that each showed. They each sacrificed their best for the other. Dear students, and this was the theme of unselfish love, and we come to know that really the love was unselfish and it was a pure one. And the next theme is poverty. As poverty is prevalent in our country as well as all over the world, the same is with Jim and Della. A secondary theme of the story is poverty, and that is necessary for the story to work is poverty. Jim only earns $20 a week. His rent is $8 a week. It means 40% of the couple's income goes to rent, and only 60% remain there, and 60% is to cope up with the daily basics. This doesn't leave much for the basics, let alone any extras. We come to know that how much they can save. Definitely nothing. Previously he had been making $30 a week, but in the course of the time the income came down. It is possible the pay cut precipitated Della's scrimping and saving. We are told she had been saving for months, not the whole year, and actually she is thinking to save on the monthly basis but not on the yearly basis. They might still be learning just to adjust to their reduced income, and you know that how difficult it is if suddenly our incomes comes down. Their poverty is established in the descriptions of their flat and neighborhood. The mailbox and the doorbell are broken. It means that there is a existence of poverty in their family. When Della looks out the window, she sees a grey cat walking a grey fence in a grey backyard. Grey, it also symbolizes the poverty as well as nothingness. Uh, there is nothing to be cheerful about here. Della's jacket and hat are both old. Jim needs a new overcoat and doesn't have gloves. Della also had nothing as to boast of, as well as to wear than that of those old jackets and old hats. This is despite the fact that Jim works long days. We are told he is never late getting home, but on the Christmas day, she comes after 7 p.m. and he doesn't get home until 7 p.m. Clearly, Della and Jim are barely getting by. Their circumstances make it all the more moving that their focus is on each other rather than material things. After having look at their condition of the flat, the condition of the mailbox and the electric doorbell, we come to know that the poverty is dominant. They also have been burdened by the poverty, and in spite of the poverty they are enjoying their life in the company of each other. Dear friends, these were the themes of the story called The Gift of the Magi, and in this way we have finished the chapter called The Gift of the Magi, and we come to know that the importance of love in our life. Thank you for being with me. Stay home, stay safe, and stay learning.